Thank you.
Music hold ended.
Good morning and welcome to the Arapahoe County Board of County Commissioners public meeting today, September 1st, 2020. We're joined today by Ron Carl, County Attorney, Jolene Sanchez, Clerk to the Board, Administrator. Ms. Sanchez, would you call the roll of the Board, please?
Yes, Commissioner Conti.
Good morning.
Good morning. Commissioner Sharp.
Here.
Commissioner Baker.
Here.
Commissioner Jackson.
Here.
And Commissioner Holland.
Here. Commissioner Conti, would you please lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
Happily. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America
And to the republic
for which it stands,
one nation
under God,
indivisible,
with
liberty, justice,
and justice for all.
Mr. Carl, are there any modifications to the agenda this morning?
There are no modifications.
Okay. Do you have a motion to adopt the agenda as presented?
Madam Chair, this is Commissioner Conti.
Motion made by Commissioner Conti. Do I have a second?
Second.
Seconded by Commissioner Holland. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? Hearing none, motion passes unanimously. Now is the time in our meeting where we welcome citizen comments. Are there any citizens on the line, Michelle, who would like to make a comment on any?
There's no one on the line at this time.
Thank you. We'll move on to, we'll move on to our general business item. I want to make sure we do not have any consent agenda item. I don't believe we do. So we'll move on to the general business item today, which is public hearing extension of the Billboard Moratorium. And our presenter is Kathleen Hammer, Planner 2, Public Works and Development. And our attorney on this matter is Mr. Robert Hill, Senior Assistant County Attorney. Mr. Hill, would you set the foundation, please?
Yes, thank you, and good morning, Madam Chair. This,
Good morning.
as you noted, is a public request, or a public hearing for a request to extend the moratorium on billboard applications and electronic message board applications. This matter has been noticed in the both by publication in both the Villager and the Scout. The board has jurisdiction to proceed.
Thank you. Ms. Hammer, would you go ahead and take us through the extension of this Billboard moratorium, please?
Good morning, Madam Chair and Commissioners. Kat Hammer with the Public Works. The purpose of this agenda item is to request that the County Commissioners approve, after a public hearing, a resolution to further extend a temporary moratorium on the acceptance and processing of applications for any new billboard, like Attorney Bob Hill just mentioned. Staff is requesting an extension of the temporary moratorium for an additional 4 months, which, if approved, would expire on January 7th, 2021. The current moratorium in place is set to expire on September 7th, 2020, in just a few days. In the staff report, you will see a number of a number of meeting dates indicating the history of this moratorium and the discussions that the Board of County Commissioners and staff have had over the course of almost a year here, or a little more than a year. And staff did receive some direction from the Board of County Commissioners to start drafting language at a study session yesterday, and staff is requesting the 4 additional months to allow for public outreach and referral time from the drafted regulations, and also public hearings that will be required prior to adoption of new regulations for billboards and off-premise signs. I stand for any questions you may have.
Are there any questions from commissioners? Okay, hearing none. Michelle, are there any citizens? I'll open the public hearing for citizen comment. Do we have any citizens who would on the line who would like to make a comment?
Commissioner, there's no one in the queue at this time.
Okay, thank you. In that case, I will close the public hearing and public comment part of this agenda item and ask for a motion.
Madam Chair.
Commissioner Jackson, please go ahead.
Sure. In the matter of the fourth request to extend temporary moratorium on the acceptance and processing of applications for any new billboard or other off-premise sign, and on applications for conversion of any existing billboard or other off-premise sign to an electronic messaging sign, as was adopted pursuant to resolution number 190273, I have considered the planning staff recommendation, reviewed the board summary report, and heard such public testimony and staff comments as was presented to the board at the public hearing this day. I move that the Board of County Commissioners adopt by resolution a fourth extension to the temporary moratorium on the acceptance and processing of applications for such billboards or other off-premise signs and conversion of any existing billboard or off-premise sign to an electronic messaging sign as presented to the board. Such moratorium shall be extended for an additional 4 months to January 7th, 2020.
Second.
Thank you. Do we have a second? I'm sorry.
Second. Commissioner Holland.
Commissioner Holland. Motion made by Commissioner Jackson, seconded by Commissioner Holland. Any further questions or comments?
Madam Chair.
Go ahead.
This is Jolene. I just wanted to clarify, is the date supposed to be January 7, 2021?
Oh.
I make that I would make a, I don't know if I make a friendly amendment to my own motion, but I would certainly say that, yes. I read this without thinking, but it does say 2020, but it should be 2021. Thank you, Jolene, for catching that.
Yep, you're welcome. Thank you. Okay. So the motion is to extend to January 7th, 2021. Thank you for the clarification. Okay. All in favor, please say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Abstention?
This is Jolene again. I'm sorry. Who was the second on that?
Commissioner Holland.
Bill Holland.
Thank you.
Okay. I think let's do that again. All in favor, please say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Abstentions? Hearing none, motion passes unanimously. Are there any commissioner comments this morning?
Yes, Madam Chair.
Commissioner Jackson.
Yeah, I just wanted to mention that Monday was International Overdose Awareness Day, and that unfortunately Colorado is on track to set a new record for overdoses this year, with more than 550 reported overdoses to date. The International Overdose Awareness Day aims to raise awareness of overdoses and reduce the stigma of drug-related deaths, while giving families and friends whose loved ones have died or suffered permanent injury the space to mourn and grieve. It's also an important opportunity to stimulate discussion about the evidence-based overdose prevention and drug policy. And I just wanted to mention that this is just a horrendous plague that is marching across the face of the earth, really. But here in Colorado, it's particularly egregious. So it's good to be aware of that and to do what we can to prevent and support those who are suffering from this disorder.
It is. Thank you, Commissioner Jackson. Any other commissioner comments this morning? And hearing none, our meeting is adjourned. Thank you.